Hello everyone, this is Nick with Nick Does DGI, and welcome to my channel. Can I get your number? Not that number, but the number we are talking about today is your credit score. Before we begin, I just want to preface that the topic of credit scores is incredibly complex and sophisticated. There are various credit score standards, but I will focus on the FICO standard. The concept of credit scores was founded in 1989 by Fair Isaac Incorporation, now known as FICO. A credit score is a three-digit number ranging between 300 to 850, used by lenders to evaluate a borrower's creditworthiness. A higher credit score shows lenders that you are more likely to repay your future debts as agreed to. Credit scores are computed based on consumer credit information collected and reported by credit reporting agencies, the top three being Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. And in case anyone has been living under a rock these days, it is almost impossible to purchase anything without a credit score unless you are paying cash. Whether it's obtaining a new auto loan, home mortgage, or applying for a new credit card, it often seems like a high credit score is necessary to qualify for the best, lowest interest rates. But what's in a credit score? There are 5 components to a credit score. At 35%, the biggest component is payment history. Payment history shows that you've been paying your accounts over the length of your credit. In the eyes of the lenders, the longer a history of making your payments, the more likely you'll pay all current and future debts as agreed to. At 30%, the second largest component is amounts owned, which refers to how much debt you carry in total. Other considerations include the amounts owed on different types of account, aka credit card, mortgages, auto, etc. How many accounts have balances, but what's most important here is credit utilization, or the total amount of your balances relative to your total credit limits. It's good practice to avoid using more than 25% of your credit limit at one time. A higher utilization rate can often indicate that a person is overextended and is more likely to make late or missed payments. At 15%, the next largest component is length of credit history. It's pretty self-explanatory, but there are a number of few sub-factors, including how long your credit accounts have been open, including the age of your oldest and newest account, and the average age of all your accounts. How long specific credit accounts have been open, and how long it has been since the account was last used. At 10%, we have credit mix, which basically means a type of credits, including credit cards, retail accounts, installment loans, mortgages, and auto loans. Lastly, also at 10%, we have new credit. New credit just looks at how many accounts you may have applied for and opened within the last 12 months. Although one can argue that this may change with the new update to the FICO standard, but I will discuss that in a little bit in this video, so please stay tuned. But this typically happens when you open too many credit cards within a short period of time. This will result in hard inquiries from the lender creditor that will impact your score. So what is a good credit score? What's the difference between FICO, VantageScore, and etc.? The short answer is that the FICO 8.0 is the most commonly used standard, but lenders will often use their own FICO variations specific to their respective industries. But in general, a score of about 670 to 739 is considered good. However, a score of 740 to 799 will allow the borrower to receive a better than average rate, and a score above 800 is exceptional and will receive the best rates. In this day and age, consumer privacy is of utmost importance, and over the years, there have been several high-profile data leaks and hacks that have taken place, and data breaches can wreak havoc to your credit score. Your personal information, such as email addresses, credit card numbers, and social security numbers, are leaked to the black market, and criminals can open new debt accounts under your name. And if you're not on top of your monitoring, these debts can fall through the cracks and fall into collections, which will inevitably tank your credit score. So how can we monitor your credit score? It is generally good practice to monitor your credit score and at least report on a monthly basis. You can do so using at least two methods, using an app like Credit Karma, Credit Sesame, or directly from the credit reporting agencies previously mentioned, them being Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. You can check as often as you want without it impacting your score. Alternatively, you can request a free credit report from annualcreditreport.com. In the wake of the Great Financial Recession, federal law allowed consumers to receive a free copy of your credit report every 12 months from each of the credit reporting agencies. So what you can do is request a new report in January from Equifax, one in May from TransUnion, and one in September from Experian. That way you can spread out the number of free credit reports that you are entitled to so that you are in the loop. And what I do is I personally use Credit Karma, and I have the notifications set on my phone. So every time there is a huge change in my credit score, or there's a huge increase or decrease in my balance on my credit cards, I get notified via email. So that way I'm able to check my score almost daily. And lastly, in light of the 2017 Equifax data breach, credit freeze have become a mainstream option for many consumers. This allows your entire credit file to be frozen and prevents new accounts from being opened in your name. And also, one thing I just want to point out, in light of COVID-19, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion are offering free weekly online reports through April of 2021. So please take advantage of that. Changes coming. The FICO 8.0 credit score standard is being updated and replaced by FICO 10.0. The percentage allocations remain the same, but additional factors are being considered. Namely, FICO 10 will further penalize missing payments. FICO 10 will place a greater emphasis on credit utilization. FICO 10 will consider trended data or trended historical payment information, including credit card balances, minimum payments due, and payments over the past 24 months. And lastly, FICO 10 will now factor in personal loans, even if you are current on the payments. But that wraps up the video. Thank you again for watching. For the YouTube algorithm, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share this video with everyone. The more engagement I get, the more likely my videos will show up on the YouTube algorithm. Bye.